I'm swinging everywhere. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Robin Elms. Today I'm going to be making a video about plastic shaming. For those of you that do know me, you'll know that I'm someone that cares a lot about the planet. I'm not perfect. I try to do my bit and do as much as I can to try and make the world a better place. I believe that little things do make a big difference. Over the past probably 4 months, I've been collecting things in this box here. A lot of it is to do with consumerism, things that I've bought. Sometimes I want to buy products that don't have plastic packaging, and it's so hard. So this video is mainly going to be plastic shaming. There's a lot of body shaming going on and I don't agree with it. I don't think anybody should be shamed for the way they look. However, plastic shaming, I feel like everybody should do it. It should be something that people want to do and should do. So I'm hoping that this might trigger more people to do like their own plastic shaming videos, just to bring awareness. I mean, there already is quite a lot of awareness, but I don't know if it's this buzzword, plastic, eco-friendly. I'm hoping that it's going to be something that's going to just keep going for the world's benefit. So let's just get started. There's a lot of stuff. This isn't all of the packaging that I've had arrive within the last few months. It's just the ones that I've remembered to collect. So a lot of it is in this grey coloured plastic. It's just horrible, bin baggy kind of material. Whenever I get something that arrives in plastic, I just instantly feel bad. And obviously when you just order something, that's not the sort of feeling that you want to have. If I get an order and the item itself is really, really tiny, the thing that absolutely frustrates me so much is when they send it in like a massive bag. It makes me not want to buy with that company again. I feel like nowadays, people care about what their packages arrive in. If you're a business and you want your customers to be happy, surely you should be doing everything to try and make them get positive vibes from your company. So sending things out in plastic is not a good start, literally the worst thing you could do. But sending something out in really tough paper or card, that's cool. And that would make a customer feel like, oh, they're really trying to be eco-friendly. Eco-friendly products, everybody can have. It's the same with like veganism. If you have a vegan menu, everybody can eat it. If you've got an eco-friendly product or an eco-friendly packaging that you send your product out in, everyone's happy with it, so you can't really lose. Whereas if you send things out in plastic, you can really piss a lot of people off. These are all exactly the same. Oh, it's just horrible. I don't think you'll ever meet a customer that will be unhappy with receiving a package that is recyclable. I would say a majority of people, even if they're not an eco-friendly person, they'll still feel like a little bit guilty about there being more plastic because of them making that order. I know that there are some packaging now that looks like plastic and behaves like plastic but actually isn't plastic. It's made from plant-based materials that are biodegradable. And whilst I would say that that's a really good thing because we're moving in a positive direction, in reality it's not really a solution because people will receive the goods in the so-called eco-friendly packaging because it's biodegradable, it's not plastic, but because it looks so much like plastic, they're just going to put it straight into their bins and it's going to go to landfill. They're not in the right conditions to be able to decompose. It kind of defeats the object in a way. Yeah, I'm not sure whether this is or not. And again, that's another thing. If you're going to make packaging that is eco-friendly and it's not plastic but it behaves like plastic, you need to be putting it out there. You need to be telling people, you can put this in your compost, you can recycle this, or you can do whatever you can do with it, because people are not going to know. You need to tell people, and that's something that I've found a lot of companies aren't doing. If you're doing good, preach it. It's got this plastic little hanger. Now this could have very easily have been a very tough, strong cardboard material, but no, they decided to use cheapo, not eco-friendly plastic. How irresponsible of the company to do that. They put this tiny little clear sticker. It's got something that actually goes in the little slot, so it closes and it doesn't need it. It's like, why do you put that there? It's so frustrating. And do you know the ironic thing? It says here, please recycle packaging. They could use like a paper-based sticker that wouldn't have affected anything on the product itself. We've got generic clear packaging. To be honest, I don't really know why it's there. There's so many times when I'm like, why? The amount of plastic like this, it just is quite sad. If our appliances break, we need to get new ones. Like, where do you find eco-friendly suppliers that send things out in eco-friendly materials? So it's almost like when you buy a new appliance, you're going to feel guilty about it. If you know any company out there that actually packages everything in eco-friendly materials, then please do let me know because I'd love to share what they do. Okay, that's just basically the same. Here I've got plastic that was on top of some roller sets. I did some painting because I recently moved in. Again, when you want to buy a product, it's almost like a given that it's going to be in plastic, and it's just so sad. If you want to paint your place, you're going to need to get a roller set. Most of the time, they're not going to be loose, are they? They're going to be packaged. If you just print an image of what the product looks like, that's cool with me. Like, I don't have to physically see what that item looks like in real life, as long as you get a real life photo of it. But no, a lot of companies just want you to see the product, put all this plastic on, and damage the planet. So my partner ordered that, but I just decided to collect it for my video. Again, more plastic, and this was similar to the other one, see-through. Are we obsessed with seeing things? Why can't we just have an image of what it looks like? So this Our desire to see things is making the world a worse place. Whenever I buy something food related, I feel quite guilty. The saddest thing is that we all need food. Whenever you go to the supermarket, you see people's trolleys. I see my own basket with things that I really need that have got plastic on, and it's just like, oh, the level of plastic that there is on the planet is crazy. Hopefully we're all going to try to be more eco-friendly. If only this was just card and then a really nice photo what it actually looks like, and that to me is good enough. So I don't know why companies don't do that. Oh, I know why, because they've probably done research to find out that people that see the product for real tend to buy it. But so you want to damage the planet more because of that, because you'll make more profit. It's just really, really sad. Like, why can't people start putting the planet before profit? We want to see the product, so we're going to put plastic on there that's only going to be used for once in its life, just so it can be on display to be seen, and then it's straight into the bin. The rest of it is cardboard, but it's not good enough. Here's another one for a bath mat, and that was made out of plastic. This was also in plastic. That sound is horrible to me. I would have been really happy if it had been in a cardboard box where you can take it out and have a look at it. There was a paintbrush in there. Why do they need to have this on? Why can't you just leave the paintbrushes as they are and have a big sign above the paintbrushes about everything that's on here in paper or on card? Because this is only going to live once. This is going to go straight into the dustbin. No one's going to recycle that, and it probably can't even be recycled anyway. Sounds like plastic, but this one actually does say this product is 100% recyclable, which is nice, but it's so tiny. Why write it so small? But at the same time, if I received this, even if I was told that it was recyclable, I still wouldn't be happy with it. If I'm being very honest, I wouldn't. The things that bring me joy when I receive them are things in cardboard boxes, so why not do that? And there are mailing bags like this that are made out of really thick card, and they're really, really strong, and they're much better than these. Card mailing bags are actually much stronger, much harder, so they maintain the object inside shape. For example, if you're buying an object and it's in its own card box, if you put it in one of these, I guarantee you it's going to have little bits of damage to the box, and it's almost like you inviting refunds to be given out because people don't want to receive something that looks like it's not new. There are a lot of food bars now that look like they're eco-friendly because they're made out of paper on the outside, but when you look on the inside, it's actually got a plastic lining. You can rip it and it will look like it is card, but just spotted you, there's a very, very thin lining of plastic. There's a lot of brands out there trying to cheat you and making you think that, oh, if I buy this, it's going to be eco-friendly, but no, it's not, unfortunately. This was something that I found in a historic house magazine. In a move to become more environmentally friendly, from this issue onwards, we will be using polycom packaging bags to distribute Historic House magazine. This starch-based material is designed to break down naturally and will biodegrade into carbon, oxygen and hydrogen in compost, soil or water in just 10 days. This is what the magazine was sent out in. It's not as bad because I do know that this sort of material can be decomposed. You can already see through it, you know it's really thin. I don't really mind this, to be honest. And it's the ones that can be decomposed within a very short period of time, like under 6 weeks. That's the sort of thing that I think is okay. But you have to think not everybody has a home compost. I don't have one, and a lot of people don't. Although it is a good thing, it's still not considering the fact that not everybody has a decompostable bin at home. Plain old sellotape. I used this many times when I was a child. There's alternatives now that are just as strong. You can get masking tape that's super, super strong, and I've actually got one that I bought was like £1. You can buy it really cheap, cheaper than sellotape. No need for it, don't need it. Letters. Didn't really realise all of the places that you can find plastic until I really started thinking about it. And when I moved address, I got quite a lot of letters. All that plastic, that bit of plastic, plastic again, plastic again, plastic again. And it's just annoying. And every time I get one of these, I will rip it and I will recycle the rest of it, and that bit there, I would chuck into the bin. Why can't you do things like this? Why does everything become so lazy? That's the solution. When I received that, I was so happy, so relieved to receive this. And there's power in how you present things. There was one other thing that I wanted to mention. If you do receive numerous letters that you don't really need, there is something that you can do where you can stop receiving advertising kind of letters. I'll put it in the description box below. The other thing that you can do is you can ask the companies that send you letters to do paperless banking. There's some benefits to being paperless. It costs the businesses money to send out all this paper, so they offer you incentives most of the time, but also it's just annoying to receive all the posts, quite stressful. I'd rather receive it in my emails. You might think I'm taking the fun out of everything. This is a card that I received for Christmas, and it's a nice card, but don't need it. And all these little tiny bits of glitter, they're all made out of plastic. You can get little gems on cards or on jewellery that are made out of plastic. big trend at the moment is little gems, like hundreds and hundreds of gems around mirrors. Why? Just not needed. Cards. This can be gift cards, membership cards, or any sort of cards that you have. They're not needed. The only thing I'd say you really would need is a bank card. You can get gift cards online where it's just a voucher, like a code that you put into the website, so that's obviously a lot more eco-friendly. You can also get an app called Stocard where you can add all of your cards so that on your phone you can just tap on the app, type it in, or you can find out your recently used cards and you can scan the barcode. So that's really useful. I'll leave the link for that as well below. I just wanted to finish off the video that I started. My camera died, so things are looking a bit different. These are annoying business cards because when you rip them, you discover a plastic film. That might sound like painful, but it's plastic. And do you know the ironic thing? I've got a business card here and it's all to do with plants. Their business card, you would have thought is eco-friendly, but nope, got a plastic film right there. And the other thing that I find quite ironic is when you get business cards from people and on the back it says, please recycle this card, and then you try to rip it and there's plastic there and it's like, bubble wrap. This used to be one of the things I used to love when I was a child. I used to enjoy popping them before I knew about plastic and how damaging it is for the planet. Now, I really hate seeing it. I'm well aware that it's quite cheap for businesses to use. They could shred all their paper that they don't need anymore. And I've seen alternatives being used and I'm like, wow, so innovative and yet so simple. This is not needed anymore, so why do we keep making more of it? This is facial tissue. I was trying to get away from using toilet paper that was covered in plastic and opting for this where it's only got a little film of plastic there. And for me, that was quite a lot less plastic. But I've now found that you can get from Asda exactly the same but with no plastic at all. It just comes with this. So that's on top, rip that off. Facial tissue, it's fine on your face as well, whereas some people get a bit funny about putting toilet paper on their face. And this was 75 pence, that's quite good, a little bit of awareness. You take them off of your milk carton, plant-based milk cartons, just cut through the circle so that you can have it open, and that way if it does end up in the ocean, it won't get around the necks or the feet or any other part of the body of sea life. If you buy lots of alcohol, they have these little rings. If you just cut through all of the rings, and if it does end up in the ocean, at least it's not going to be strangling any of the wildlife. Some of this plastic in the world we can't really help because we like convenience. If we can try to minimise the impact that we're having on the environment and minimise the impact we're having on the surrounding sea life, then at least that's something. A little sticker that goes on fruit, apples, bananas and those sorts of things. Why do you even need it on there? An apple looks like an apple, a banana looks like a banana. Why do you need to be told that it's a banana? This is mainly for the supermarkets to know what code to put in. Why should you be putting out every single product? You should be having a list perhaps next to the till where you can look at the list and see what code to put in. This is plastic, not good at all. Festival tickets, seating tickets, those sorts of things, they're just always made out of plastic. I've not seen any that are made out of paper. People find it quite annoying when they can't get it off their wrist unless they cut it off. Obviously it's easier if you've got a paper-based one because you can rip it off quite easily. Another pointless plastic. This one is from the hospital, not rippable, made out of plastic. Why? A sticker that I received from this particular company, and it's made out of plastic, and this particular company is all about being eco-friendly and having organic products, and yet they sent me a promotional sticker for their brand that was made out of plastic, so it didn't make any sense to me. And it's plastic. And every single time I received it, I spoke to the company and says, why are you sending me this? And I tried to remind them of their ethos and everything that they were about. And recently I ordered something from them and I received a paper-based one. So it rips. So it just shows that when you do contact companies and you're quite persistent about it, it does need to change. So although this video might seem pointless, actually I've made an impact and now lots and less plastic is going to be made. So actually little differences do make a big difference overall. So yeah. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that this has helped to raise awareness of all the pointless plastic that there is. If you wanted to make your own plastic shaming video, go ahead. I'd love to see this become a very big thing. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Please subscribe and I will catch you later.